Hi, my name is Tanya, and I'll be your student physical therapist today. Can I have you confirm your name and date of birth for me?
Aaron Flagel. I'm born on December 10th, 1994.
Alright, Aaron, so to start off with, we're going to just do an interview, so I'm just going to be asking you a couple of questions to get a better idea of what's going on, and I might pause you for, every once in a while just to get a little better idea of what it is that to focus in on the area that I want to get a little bit more information on. Alrighty? Alright, so to start off with, what brings you into physical therapy today?
Well, I was playing soccer and I got slid tackled from behind and just kind of been bothering my knee a little bit.
Well, that sounds like it would be.
Yeah.
It'd be painful. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain at all and 10 being the worst pain imaginable, what would you rate your pain right now?
Probably like a 3.
Okay. And then at its best in the last 24 hours, what would you rate it?
That's probably, I'd say 2.
Alright, not bad. And then at its worst, what would you rate it as in the last 24 hours?
I think a 5.
Okay. And then what have you been doing to help make that feel better?
I'd say I've been icing it. I've kind of been taking a few medications. Not necessarily a few, but I've been taking like Advil, this kind of Tylenol.
Okay. How long does it normally take for that to kick in and start feeling better?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay. And then, are there any activities that, like, what makes it feel worse? Like, what brings that pain level up?
Probably just maybe more intense activities like running or doing like squats or something like that. Kind of what seems to affect it the most.
Okay. How would you describe that pain that you're experiencing?
Right now it's an achy, but when I do those, like when I'm running or when I do like squats, things that bother it more, it seems to be more of a throbbing type feel.
Okay. Since you first, how long has it been since you injured it?
2 weeks.
Okay, a little bit. And do you feel like since you injured it about 2 weeks ago, has it gotten better, worse, or stayed about the same pain-wise?
Probably gotten a little better.
Okay, well that's good to hear.
Definitely in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any activities that you're unable to do, like it's just keeping you from any activities?
I wouldn't say it's keeping me, but it kind of doesn't make it as enjoyable. So like if I'm playing soccer, obviously, when I'm running and stuff like that, it tends to hurt a little bit more, so it's not as enjoyable, but I can kind of push through it.
Got it. So you're still going out there on the field stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, you're still powering through it. Okay. And then did you injure anything else when this happened? Any other injuries?
No.
Okay. And how has that pain been over time? Has it kind of stayed that same that you were describing, or is like that throbbing, or did it start off differently at the beginning?
I would say it started off more of like the throbbing, like at its worst when it kind of feels like it's throbbing, and then it kind of got to where it's just been gradual, achy type pain.
Okay. And throughout the day, does it get better or worse at certain times in the day, or does it stay pretty much the same?
It stays in that same range. It's usually pretty steady, just depending on what I'm doing.
Okay. And then what about at night? Does the pain from your knee ever wake you up at night?
Very rarely. Just when I sleep on it weird.
Okay. And when you say weird, like what position? Was there like a specific position that makes it?
Yeah, it's just kind of when it's bent behind me and I have like some extra weight on it, it seems to bother it a little bit more.
Okay. About how many nights per week would you say it wakes you up?
Maybe just one if even.
Okay. And is there like a certain time of night like that it consistently is waking you up?
Just when I get in that position.
Alright. And is there anything that you have to do to be able to go to sleep?
Usually just like straighten it out, just kind of get that knee relaxed a little bit.
Okay. Now, besides this injury, have you injured this knee previously?
Mm-hmm. No,
okay.
No.
Alright. What about like just in general? Have you had any other major injuries?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Any major illnesses?
Nope.
All right, good to hear. And then are you, besides that Advil that you said that you're taking to kind of help with the pain, are you taking any other either over-the-counter medications?
Just
Okay.
like Advil, Tylenol type medicine.
Okay. Any prescribed medications that you're doing? Okay. And then did you go to the doctor, your general doctor for this, or?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm the
Come
first
for
one
you,
seeing
yeah.
first one seeing it. All right, sounds good. Now, overall, how would you say? How's your general health? Any high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes?
I think it's all pretty good. I stay somewhat athletic as much as I can. My family tends to usually have not necessarily low blood pressure, but like pretty good blood pressure.
Okay.
More on the low side of things, but other than that, I don't really. Everything seems normal.
Okay, good. Which leads me into my next question for you. How is your family history of, like I said, the high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, cancer?
Don't really have any that I know of.
Okay.
Everything seems like it's going pretty good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a pretty good sleep. All right. Well, what we're gonna do next is just take some test and measures so that we can kind of zero in right where we need to work with. Okay.
We're going to be listening to your lung sounds, so I'm just making sure that there's no wheezing, so constriction of your airways, and that there's no crackling, so that there's no liquid in your lungs, and then I'm just looking for just regular breath sounds. So I'm going to be placing the stethoscope, and when I'm placing it, I want you to take a deep breath in, and then a deep breath out for each time that I place it. We got 7 spots in the front, and then 10 spots in the back.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay.
Chris will be your patient.
For what? Patient for what?
Chris will be your patient.
Okay. No, bro. For what?
Good to see you. Ready?
We're going to be listening to your heart today, so I'm just going to be listening for the lub sound, which is your tri and bicuspid valves, and then the dub sound, which is your aortic and your pulmonary valves, just closing and opening. Alrighty? Right now I'm listening to Aaron's aortic valve. Now I'm listening to Aaron's pulmonary valve. I'm just feeling for your intercostal spaces to make sure I'm in the right spot, okay? Now I'm listening to the tricuspid valve. And finally listening to the bicuspid valve. All right, Mr. Aaron, so we're going to take your ankle brachial index. So it's going to feel like just getting your blood pressure taken on this arm, then that arm, and then both feet, and then I'm gonna have to put some gel and the Doppler on there just to make sure that your circulation is going through well, okay? So go ahead and lift your arm for me, perfect.
The rest of your leg.
Let's move this up just a little bit.
Oh, like, I'll take for
Does that feel okay? I'm gonna feel for your pulse here.
I heard it higher, but it was really faint. Cut it and it's just like. Right?
And we're gonna move over and do the other side.
Before I inflate, and then I start inflating like. I'll start from here and then just pump it up again. Is that gonna be fine to cut?
I mean, I think you're almost fine, but if you want to redo it, that's fine. Because you're already there. That's fine, right?
Pump it up.
The other time, yeah.
Does that feel okay?
Yep.
Better than yesterday. Your pulse was like squish.
That's better.
I know, but it was so hard to do it.
I slept 12 hours.
Really? Shit.
I went home, I was supposed to take a nap and then go to the library. I slept through my alarm and woke up at 11 p.m. And then I ate a sandwich and went back to sleep. No, I needed to study neuro.
Okay, now we're gonna do your ankle, okay, sir?
I'm gonna feel for your pulse again. In order to record ankle brachial index, you take the highest recorded value for the upper extremity divided by the lower extremity that you're looking at. So Aaron's left ankle brachial index is 128 over 122, which comes out to be 1.05, and his right ankle brachial index is 160 over 122, which is 1.31. Both values are within normal range.
I agree that Tanya did all of her skills correctly.